So, Eric, you come from a small district in San Jose with not this as large a percentage of high-needs students. What's your perspective on the formula?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for having us here. I think this is a very, very important conversation we're going to have today. One of the things that's important, and I do agree with Mike, this is the time. And we don't very often get a chance to say this. Oftentimes in education, we talk about reforming, transformation, et cetera, and what we really do is tinker. This is a major, major step. And with two parallel initiatives on the table now, with Common Core implementation and the local control funding formula, this is our time. If we don't do it now, there will be another set of generations that will fall under the same practices, and those students who need extra resources, those students who need better teaching, who need better opportunities to have better learning experiences will continue through the path that some of us have gone down. Now, I'm going to be the butt in Mike's conversation, so I will tell you that up front. I believe that there's not, we need more of an opportunity to have more discussion. I do believe that this is not a fixed mindset, but a growth mindset. There are people who are a lot smarter than me who can come up with something to support the governor's proposal, because I do support it. There's no question about it. It is absolutely the right thing to do. But I don't think there's a sucker's choice in which there's a winner or a loser. I think there are ways in which we can all win. I take a look at our state. We have 1,000 districts in the state, roughly 10,000 schools, and over 6.25 million students we're talking about. The governor's proposal has some very strong merits that are going to address a lot of the opportunities that have been lacking. I agree with Richard in the sense of the equity piece. And equity means giving students what they need to be successful. It does not mean equal. So that's a great part of what he's talking about. I do look at the proposal and feel as though districts such as mine, I'm a very small district, we are a basic aid and revenue limit district. It teeters year to year. And it was interesting to hear some of the crowd who were moaning when they weren't going to talk about basic aid districts, et cetera. So thank you for those of you who are out there for that support. But in looking at that, the issue that I have as I take a look at the weighted, the formula as formerly known as the weighted student formula, is that in my school district, I have high end and low end. And there will be schools that will be cut significantly as a result of this proposal. I do believe that students of poverty and students of English language learners do need extra work. I am a person who went to college because of the old EOP program. There was someone who understood that I was a student of poverty, who recognized I had some skills, and they made sure I was able to get into college. So we do need to find ways of doing that. Having said that, I would love to be able to look at the tenets of the governor's proposal along with the tenets of Senate Bill 69 to see where there are similarities and that we can agree on things, and then taking a look at the differences and see, are there ways in which we can move the chain a little bit? An example of that would be, as I look at my district, and we have about 48% English language learners. I would love, so for me, I'm 2% away from getting extra money. What I would love to be able to see is instead of having it start at 50%, that we have a gradual percent of, if districts have X amount of students, then they will receive above the 35% that we would get. And so we would take that 50% and actually set it up whether in deciles or in quartiles so that more students of poverty can have these professional development, because we all know the most important person in that room is the teacher. And if we can provide more opportunities for our English language learners to do that, we'll have success. Our district has 3 years in a row won the Look at Learning, which is a program that really addresses the needs of English language learners in the county of Santa Clara. I think we have some great things going, but I don't want the schools to lose the momentum that we do have. Our district would lose, in this particular case, about $4.4 million. So that is a loss. I'm not referring to winners or losers. I'm talking about actual loss of dollars in this proposal along the way. So if we can find ways of ensuring that, schools and districts maintain at least the current funding, and as we take a look at the state and federal governments, we are seeing trends that revenues are up. And I absolutely believe that those extra funds should go to the students of the most needs. So with that, I
Good, thank you.
Mike.